like a dream come true. My husband is sitting right here. It means he's forced to pay attention to me for 5 minutes. You guys know how parents tell their kids they can be anything they want to be when they grow up? They don't tell them that when they name them Brittany. I mean, if you got on a plane and the pilot was like, "Welcome aboard, this is your pilot, Brittany," you'd get the off that plane, right? I mean, the one time my name came in handy was cheerleading tryouts. I walked in, and before I even did my routine, Courtney and Tiffany were like, "You're in." But guys, the other day I was at a dinner party, and my pregnant friend leaned over and whispered to me, she's like, "We're thinking of naming our daughter Brittany." I looked her dead in the eyes and I said, "Do not do it. She will grow up and lose her virginity in a movie theater." And I am speaking from experience. Yeah, the only way that name is gonna come out of extinction is if somebody's like, "This is my son, Brittany." Everybody will be like, "Wow, that is so hip and fluid." You guys may recognize me as the voice of every woodland creature in cartoons. One thing I've noticed from recording a lot of like little animal auditions is that me recording a scene that's like a family of squirrels rearranging their furniture sounds eerily similar to me having an orgasm. It's like, yeah, little to the left, don't move, right there. No, not the nuts, we don't need the nuts. Yeah, you may also recognize me as the decoy from To Catch a Predator. Yeah. At the body of a 12-year-old boy, I know, I'm aware. When I was a kid, I remember just like waiting for boobs. I'm still waiting for boobs. But back then I would look up to my mom who had a great rack and I'd think, wow, I'm gonna be so popular one day. Until 7th grade when I found out my mom had a boob job and I realized that my whole life was a lie. Parents, it's okay if you don't want to tell your kids they're adopted, but if you've had any type of plastic surgery, that kid deserves to know. Anyone else tired of buying bridesmaid dresses for all of their dad's weddings? My dad loves to get married, and he loves to get divorced. His last divorce, he called me and he told me word for word, "It's sad because she was the love of my life there for a bit." My dad did buy all 3 of his wives a boob job, though. I'm his daughter, his flesh and blood, and the only thing he has ever bought me is from the Sky Mall magazine. Guys, isn't it weird when the guy you marry is not the guy you glued to your vision board? From the day I was born, I thought I was gonna marry a country singer. He'd smell like grass and dirt, and he'd be slightly abusive, but in a forgivable way. So I was like so surprised when I married a nice European Jewish man from Switzerland. And I know you're like, "Oh, I didn't know they had Jews in Switzerland." Well, they do, and they're really rich. Yeah. When I first met his family, I felt like I was in Pretty Woman minus the hooker thing. I mean, he never offered money, I would have taken it. But I know you're like, "Oh God, poor her. She married a rich guy from Switzerland." Well, let me just remind you. I'm the daughter of a thrice-divorced functioning alcoholic, and I sound like a 5-year-old, and now I'm walking into a fancy Swiss chalet in a Forever 21 crop top. It's terrifying. I almost broke up with my husband so many times because I didn't think I could handle it. But I hung in there. I learned French, not for my husband, so his family would stop talking shit about me. But I'll just tell you, it's hard to be married, but I am just so glad I'm not dating anymore because I was exhausted from using my positive thoughts to manifest a guy. You live in LA, you've had 1 year of your life where you're super into manifesting, and I can tell some of you are in that year right now. Thanks, guys. I'm Brittany Ross.